Hello friends, welcome to my humble homestead and garden side chat. So today I'm going to start winding down, wrapping up this Every Bit Counts challenge. I'm going to show you what I'm doing this weekend to kind of get through this last week of the Every Bit Counts challenge. I know you guys have been working hard. I've been watching your videos. I've been so impressed, as well as just really excited to see how everybody's been preserving, learning things from each of you. I love it. And as far as just getting some great questions from other people who are starting to preserve, just even preserving a little bit, freezing something here, maybe doing a freezer dump meal there, maybe hanging some herbs to dry. It's just been so awesome to see that people are just starting to preserve some food, especially in this day and age where the prices are just out of this world. So yeah, so I've been really enjoying that. And so today I have a few different things I'm gonna get to. I'm gonna do as much as I can today. I will break it up into a few different videos because my kids don't like them super long. So let's see. The first thing I did this morning was I made my farmer's porridge. One thing that Jessica said, she is the mom of a lot of children, and one thing she does for her own self-care is that she makes her breakfast like the night before, or pre-preps her breakfast so that when her kids get up early, she also homeschools, so when her kids get up early in the morning, it's all ready. So that's one of the things that I really, even though it's just me, I work, and with my autoimmune illness that I still am battling and getting better on every day, I try to do the meal prepping as well. And so I made that farmer's porridge this morning. I'll show pictures here, and then I'll also link below the video on how to make it. I just use whatever kind of fruits that I have in the house. Like today I just used some of the dried blueberries that I dehydrated in one of the dehydration videos that I had in the Every Bit Counts challenge. I use that, and then I kind of just throw everything in there. And then I make a big pot of it, and I divide it up into little bowls so that I can just pull out a bowl every day this week. And so that, I love that. And yes, Jessica, I agree. I think that is a present that we give ourselves, just to have that done so we get a nice, nutritious, healthy meal, and not just either skip it or not eat. I've been trying to kind of do sort of an intermittent fast for me, where I eat like two meals a day. So I usually eat around 10 a.m. and then I just make sure that I'm done eating by 6 p.m. And so that's just kind of, so I just eat anytime in between there, but I try to do like, a nice size brunch, which that farmer's porridge is really good for me. And then getting on to, this will kind of segue into what I'm going to start doing right now, is I kind of got away a little bit from gut health foods, just making sure that I'm getting in what I need every day. So I made some lamb bone broth here. I did it the other day. It's been going here for 2 days in my slow cooker. I even put like some nettle in it. I put some, let me bring you over here and show you what I have in here. So there's my bone broth. I just have a whole bunch of, I take my frozen veggies. I always like my onion skins, my ends of celery, ends of carrots. And then I just had grabbed some herbs and things out of the garden. I put like turmeric. I put some whey in there. I had some whey in the fridge. Or sometimes I'll just use apple cider vinegar. Sometimes if I have homemade wine, just for the acid part of it. So I just had that slow cooking on low for like 24 hours, and then I just put it on warm. So my point was, I've been trying to have a cup on an empty stomach right at 10 before I eat my meal. And let me tell you, when I stop making sure I get the fermented foods at least twice a day, I know some people eat at least 2 tablespoons with every meal, but I eat a little bit more than a couple tablespoons with my meal, so I'll eat maybe like a cup. So I make sure I eat fermented foods or gut health food, at least twice a day. So I've been taking a cup of this on an empty stomach. And let me tell you, when I got away from it, my weight was creeping up again. And I was like, I've been active. I don't know what's happening. But I just started doing this again. And just this week, I'm down 3 pounds, doing nothing else. So, I mean, just for that, you know, nothing else. I don't eat junk food. I don't, you know, so my weight challenges for me have a lot to do with my health and, you know, some of the medications I'm on and things like that. But yeah, that's a good way to do it. So I'm going to strain that. I am going to put some in some quart jars. I want to keep some, you know, so I can have my cup every morning. So I'm probably going to freeze those. I don't think I'm going to have enough to can them. We'll see how much I get. But I also have some more lamb bones in the freezer here. I moved them to my fridge freezer. So actually I might just start another batch of it. So we'll see. I might just see how much I get there and make another batch. Maybe I'll just keep these, I don't know, in the fridge and then can them up. I haven't decided, but I'm going to preserve this. That's what I'm doing there. So that's the one thing I'm going to do. Then finally, my eggs. I'm going to get to my eggs today from Deb at Sandhill Farms. I did get these at the farmer's market from her. I haven't gone back. Last time I went back, she had just got some new chickens and they just started laying. So what I like to do, Deb, listen, Deb, is I've mentioned to her that I want to come visit her farm. She's about as far from me as Fargo is. So I want to come out and visit her farm. I'm hoping I can get her to maybe save me 3 or 4 dozen eggs that I can buy from her. And I would love to bring my daughter-in-law, because my daughter-in-law and I always talk about going in on like a half a cow or something like that. So I would love to bring her out there. She takes such good care of her animals, and I'd love to just let her see her farm and the process and with her chickens, because she sells really good chicken. And that's another thing, you guys, is, you know, if you can support your local farmers or find somebody who, you know, grows like grass-fed beef, like, or grass, you know, or pasture range, you know, free range chickens and things like that. When you buy it in the grocery store, you know, we have to trust where it's coming from, because they can grass feed it for a week and put a label, it's grass-fed. We don't know if it's grass-fed and then it's grain-fed at the end, or grass-fed till the end. So that's, you know, you kind of got to look around and see if, you know, we do the best we can with what we know and what we have, right? But I'm just really excited whenever I find a local source out here. So I want to go out to Deb's farm, see if she can get me 3, 4, I don't want to take all her eggs, but I will, of the clean, unwashed eggs. So I am going to water bath these, which is a great way to preserve those. So let me tell you about these eggs. So when you water bath them, when you get eggs, fresh eggs, and you pick out the ones that don't have like the poo on them and the things like that, they have a protective coating around them. So, and that is called the bloom. And that protects it, which is why if they're not washed or scrubbed off, that protection, you can leave them out for weeks on the counter, and then you can water glass them for years. So what you do is you take pickling lime, you know, or lime, calcified lime, and water, and that is what preserves them. So I'm going to do that today as well and get that in this video or chop the videos up, however I do it, but I'm going to do that today. And then I've been meaning to use my attachment for my KitchenAid. I've had this sitting here for a while, and I, of course, have much more zucchini. I have 3 more of those, and I washed those, are drying on a towel. And I am going to use the shredder attachment on here on my KitchenAid, shred up the zucchini, put it in 2-cup measurements and in bags and freeze those so that I can use it for zucchini bread in the winter. So that's another way I'm going to preserve the zucchini. I'm really excited about this because, and I'm not sponsored by KitchenAid. I did get it on Amazon, which I do a lot of stuff. So a lot of in my things, I've been putting links on where I've been finding. A lot of you are asking where I was getting things, and I try to find, I do search at the best price. Sometimes they're cheaper at Costco, sometimes they're cheaper at Walmart. So, but if I do have a link where I get it like on Amazon or somewhere where it's cheaper or whatever, I'll put the link down there or the brand that I have. You guys can search around, see if there's anything better. But I'm excited about this because I can make my coleslaw with it too. And, you know, even I know I have my mandolin, but I can do this too. so I'm excited. Not everybody has a KitchenAid, but, you know, just with my arm and stuff, I'm super excited about that. Believe me, I'll tell you if I'm sponsored. Like the knives that they sent me those free to try those out. And I love those. I've cut my fingers up so many times on them already because they're so sharp. But I will use the knives to get the zucchini ready to go into my shredder. So I'm going to do the zucchini. I'm going to do the eggs. I'm going to do my broth. I did my farmer's porridge and I separated that up. Oh, yes. And I did get a few tomatoes. Got 1 pepper. I got some herbs. I have a couple onions left. I'm going to take some corn out. I'm going to make and ferment a jar of salsa. I'm going to see how it is. You know, I don't have a lot of tomatoes. I don't have a lot of peppers. I do have plenty of herbs. And so I thought I'll just take what I have and throw some corn in it and ferment some salsa. I saw Stacy on Doug and Stacy, she fermented some salsa. And so I wanted to try it. She said it was delicious. So I'm going to ferment it. It just sits on the counter like, you know, when I do the applesauce and things like that. It sits on the counter for like 3 to 5 days. And then it goes in the fridge. So I have enough to do a jar of that. I'm going to try that. So I think that should be what I'm going to get done today. And I wanted to make some yogurt too. But if I don't get to the yogurt, I'm going to do that in the morning before work. But yeah, so if those things are interested to you, then just come along and let's do them together. Let's spend some time in the kitchen. All right, come along. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my broth out here and I'm going to strain it into a bowl. And then I'll just ladle it into some jars. Okay, so I will be right back after I strain it into my sink. See you in a minute. Hi, welcome back, friends. So look at how beautiful this lamb broth is. It's so beautiful. So I got 2 quarts and I have probably enough to get a pint here. Yep, just barely. I can probably I'll actually just throw the rest in here because I'm actually just going to start another one. I'm going to start another bone broth here. I'll show you exactly how I do it. I do it real quick. I just do it in the slow cooker. Oh, got to get my bones. So the reason why I didn't strain it with you on there, here's all my strained goodies here. The reason why I didn't strain it with you is because there were some lovely little lamb bits in there I was just kind of gnawing at. Well, I was going to put my veggies in a cheesecloth, which I normally do, and wrap them up so I don't have to strain it. But when I reorganized my pantry, I don't know where I put my cheesecloth. So anyway, these are some lamb bones that I got. I actually had enough to make 2 full, plug in and turn on my crock pot, 2 full things of bone broth here. So I'm going to make another one. And then I think what I'll do is I'll just throw the one right here in the fridge, and then tomorrow or Monday I'll just can this up in my pressure canner. These are from Seven Sons. That was the meat source that I was using, that I bought a bunch of meat from. And we'll see we have Deb close now, so we'll see what we have with her, because I bought a roast from her, which was delicious. And I love promoting. So anyway, so I have 9 on those lovely pieces of lamb that I found in there. And then the bigger bones, I just left in there from the other ones. And I don't compost anything with meat in it. So these are just like the onion pieces, the ends, whoop, and the skins. I just put however many. I just keep them in the freezer, so just, you know, whenever you chop up onions, just throw them in there. And then here's some carrots. And I do have a couple celery ends in there. Otherwise, I have a whole bag of celery in the freezer too. So here's a big piece of celery. I'll just pick out a handful of carrots and throw that in there. And then I don't have any fresh nettles, so what I'm going to do is I had powdered some up. And I am going to put some of my green powder in there. So I'll just put some of this green powder in here. I've been trying to add a little bit of nettle into my diet every day just for the allergies. It's allergy time. Then turmeric. I put a little bit of turmeric in there. It's always good. And then with the turmeric, to activate it, we add black pepper. I'm not shy with my black pepper. Then I add some salt, a little bit of crushed red pepper. You can add whatever you want into yours. It's just kind of, you can make it as simple or as seasoned as you want. A little bit of my fresh garden herbs, or a lot of my fresh garden herbs. I'm going to add just a splash of apple cider vinegar in there for the acid. If you have whey or wine or whatever, we just like to add a little acid in there. I'm going to put a bay leaf or 2, and then some garlic. I forgot I was going to put the garlic in there. And that's what I was going to buy at Costco, was garlic. I need some more garlic. All right, or the farmer's market. I wouldn't mind having some there too, because I want to infuse some garlic in honey. That's what I want to do. And then I'm going to mix it up here a little bit. And then I'm just going to cover it, and I'm going to keep it on low overnight. And then I'll just have a cup of this in the morning, and then I'll just turn it to warm and leave this all day till I decide to can it. So that's how I do my broth, my bone broth. All right, so we got that going again. In the winter, I almost always have bone broth going on the stove. So let me get this put away, and then we'll go to the eggs. So now on to the eggs here. The thing about preserving these eggs in lime is, let's see here. There we go. Is we want to do 1 part water to 1 part pickling lime. So for me, I'm just going to do one of these. I believe it's a ½ gallon jar, maybe a gallon, I'm not sure. But because I have a dozen, and I'm hoping to go out and get some more from Deb. But for now, I'm going to start with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn you down here so you can watch what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to use my handy dandy little digital weight scale here. This one I also got on Amazon, so if I see it, I can go ahead and link it there. Zeroed it out. So I'm going to do 1 quart of water to 1 ounce of pickling salt, or pickling lime. Sorry, this is lime. Let's make sure we know what we're using here. And I got this lime at Fleet Farm. I know they have bulk on like as your standard. They probably do have it on Amazon, but I did. And one thing too, when you are doing this, it is normal that it might get the lime residue and stuff at the bottom of the jar. It might settle there. That's normal. It still preserves the eggs. One thing you do want to, perfect one there. One thing you want to do though before you eat your eggs is you want to rinse the lime off, just so you don't have that lime in your eggs. And then I'm just going to put this in my water, and then I'm going to get I was watching some of my old videos where I'm just mixing stuff with metal, like my glass jars with metal forks and knives, and I'm just like, oh Lord, Trina, surprised you didn't crack jars right on there. So hey, I'm learning. All you old-time canners were probably cringing like, what is she doing? So I'm going to turn this off. And then, there, yeah. So I'll link that below if you're interested in that. Otherwise, there's plenty of other scales if you have it too. But it's really important that you get the right measurements. And then we just take the eggs that are clean and not washed. Once you scrub them, they lose that protective layer. So we just place them in here. And these I'm just going to put on my pantry, and they'll, you know, be good for 1 to 2 years. I'll probably use them this winter. But, you know, I am super excited about trying this. And then I can just add more eggs as I get them to this jar. And then if I even have more, I'll do another jar. You can also use the food grade buckets. I know Jessica, I watched her do it too. And she buys like the bulk sunflower oil, sunflower butter, I believe, or oil. I'm not sure which one. And as your standard. And she just saves, oh yeah, this is not even going to put very many eggs on. I'll be able to fill this up. Deb, I need more eggs. So she uses the plastic from there. This one, has like a little tiny kind of like, if you look at it, it just kind of slightly cracked there. So I think I'm going to eat this one. I just don't want to take the chance of getting any bacteria in there. So all we do then is we just pour the lime mixture in there. So the eggs are covered. I think I just need a little bit, tiny bit more of water. So you want to make sure the eggs are all covered under the liquid. There we go. I should have just scraped this little bit out of there. There, and there we have it. There is our eggs. Now I'm going to put the date on here because say I do get a whole bunch of eggs and I do more than one jar, I want to use the oldest ones first. So I'm just going to put, now these you can use just exactly like regular eggs. I know people use them as scrambled eggs, you baking, anything else. So I'm literally going to put these on. See how you can see how it settles? Oops, settles at the bottom. That's normal. So the only thing is just remember when you take these out, you just rinse them off. And then I'm going to bring this carton back for you, Deb, so you can fill it up for me. Okay. All right. So now we got our eggs done. We got our bone broth done. I've got my farmer's porridge done. And now I think we're going to move on to the zucchini. So let me get set up for that, and then I'll be right back. See you in a moment. Hi, welcome back, friends. I am on to my final task that I'm going to do today. And I'm going to try out this slicer and shredder attachment that works with my KitchenAid. Okay, I got this on Amazon. I can put the link down below if you're interested. So I am kind of excited about trying this out because shredding, chopping, all of those things. If you see, I have these scars here. I have plates in my arm. When my oldest son was a baby, I took him down a slide. It was ugly. I won't even go into it. So anyway, shattered both my right radius and ulna. So I unboxed it. It came with this little attachment here. So how it works is this little KitchenAid thing goes on here. I pull it off. Get back over there so I don't lose it. With this little screw thing. And this comes out of the box like this, just like this, okay? So I'm going to put this in here till it fits. And then I'm going to screw this piece in so it's nice and tight right here. Oh, there we go. Then it comes with 3 attachments. Now this is a slicer, so the next time I get a bunch of cucumbers, I have a couple cucumbers in there, so I'm gonna pickle or ferment them. I might do the slice ones like that has a slicer, and then it has a bigger shredder, which I think is probably gonna be the one I use the most. I saw somebody demonstrating one in the small shredder, the smaller one. It didn't really work as good like for cabbages and stuff, but I think this is going to be perfect. So looks like we just lock this in here. There, it just locked in just like that. And then this is the little food feeder here where we feed it. Now the tip is you just keep it on 4. So we turn it on, which seems fast for me. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna push it back some more. I don't want zucchini flying all over my kitchen. So let me push it back. There we go. And I put it in a measuring bowl here because I'm gonna put 2 cups in little bags because that's what I use when I bake my zucchini bread. And then I'm going to just freeze them all in a big one that says 2 cups each. So that's how I'm gonna do it. So let's check this out. Here we go. Back on at 4. And I'm not skinning mine. I don't really skin anything because I like the nutrition in the peel. So here we go. Let's see. Ooh, look at that. Oh my gosh, beautiful. Let's do some more. This is awesome. This was really reasonably priced too. Now I'm not sponsored. I'm not doing that. I don't know why it's taken me so long to open this, and I've had this for a while. I've just been doing other things, but I wish I would have known and did this before, but oh my gosh, when I ran out of my sauerkraut, oh gosh. Yeah, this is easy. I like it. This is so nice on my arm, you guys. And that's really what I look for. So anyway, so here we go with my shredded zucchini. And then what I'll do is I'll just take, let's see if I can get 2 cups in one of the small bags. I don't think I even have 2 cups yet. I know it is about I think it's 1 cup per loaf, and I usually bake double. So let's see here. We'll do 1. Oh yeah, I can easily put 2 cups in there. Okay, yep, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put 2 cups in each. I'm gonna carry on. I will show you when I'm finished. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Thanks everybody who has participated in the Every Bit Counts challenge or just preserving and eating healthy. If you like videos like this, please give it a like and share and let me know what you're preserving. And anything else you'd like to see, because we will be cooking with all of this stuff too. Hi guys, I just wanted to let you know that I got 8 bags here that each have 2 cups of the shredded zucchini in them. So that to me seems like a lot. And then I have 2 small zucchinis left here that were picked at exactly the right time. And so I'm going to slice those up. I have a red onion left. I'm going to slice those up with a red onion and some garlic and saute those up to have with dinner. I have a couple chicken sausages. I'm going to have that and top that with that delicious salsa I made. I left a little bit out from fermenting. So this is how I preserve that for zucchini bread, and I'm just going to freeze it. And and then this worked out great. So these are dishwasher safe. However, I mean, they just came right clean. I mean, super easy. Honestly, the hardest thing to clean was this little pusher, and just the zucchini was just stuck on the bottom, but it was no big deal. I just took a little cloth and wiped it off. All right, so yeah, so they cleaned real fine. So I have my dishwasher running, and I just thought I'll just wash them up and dry them out on the towel with the knives. So there you have it. All right. So I feel like I was productive again today. Now I'm going to relax until I'm throw this dinner together. I'm going to, you know what I am going to do though? I'm going to throw those. I got some catnip in. because I am going to make some more pain pills, and catnip has a good sedative in it. So, oh, and I did get this cucumber too. And I'm going to, so I'm going to dehydrate up some herbs. I'm going to throw those in the dehydrator just so they can dehydrate up. All right, thanks so much, guys. Be blessed. Have a great day, and goodbye. Bye, 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 bye.